Hi, guys, and welcome back to another edition of the Love Connection with me, Taj B, your international matchmaker and relationship consultant. Happy Friday to each and every one of you, and a special happy Friday to my cousin Annalyn Grenada. Bap, bap, it's your birthday. May you have many more in health, happiness, and prosperity. Love you, cuz. Mwah. All right, guys, so you saw the social media post. You know what we're here to talk about today. We're here to talk about your past and that of your partners. How can we get past our history? How can we move on? How can we heal? And how can we deal with it? So first off, the way to deal with this is to realize that the past is just that. The past, it already happened. It's in the history. It's behind us. It's already done. So the best part is it happened and you survived. You went through it and you're still living. It happened to you and here you are today to watch a Love Connection, to be a testimony, all right? So you are not your past. You have gotten through it. You've seen the light and here you are today. So the best and the worst part is already done. Now it is time to live in the now. Focusing on the here, living right now. What's going on right now is all that you have. Why do I say that? The past already happened. The future, tomorrow, is not promised. We don't know what's going to go on there. But what do we know? Right now, what's happening at this moment? Who are you currently with? Who do you currently share your life with? What are you currently doing with your time? What are you currently working on? What is today saying for you? Because what matters most is what we do with every new day that we are given, guys, all right? Be kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, but accept responsibility. Because you can't move on if you're not willing to accept responsibility for the things that you have done, because your lack of responsibility will constantly come to jump and bite you in the bum. So when you want to pretend you were not involved, or you want to pretend it didn't happen as it did, this, that, and the other, these things will bubble up later on and come and deal with you. So be kind to yourself, yes, which means don't beat yourself down. Don't use negative language to describe yourself and the things that you did. Let that go. You have enough haters already. You don't need to be another one of your haters. Leave it alone. Be kind to yourself, but accept responsibility. If you're truly sorry and you express that you are regretful for something that you did, the best way to show that you're genuine and you genuinely are sorry is to not do that thing again. Because if you're sorry, you're not going to keep doing the same actions. A lot of times, a lot of us are consistently saying sorry, sorry, sorry over and over again for the same activity. If you really are sorry that you did it, why do you keep doing it? If you regret hurting your partner in a way that you did, why do you keep hurting them in that same way? You wouldn't do that if the love was real and genuine, okay? So if you're sorry, then you act like it by not repeating the same actions in which you claim to be regrettable about. You didn't know it before you learned it, so you gotta forgive yourself, guys. Do you hear that? We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Our whole life is all about growth. And in order for us to have that growth, we have to go through challenges. Some of them are easy, some of them are hard, some of them take a short time, some of them take a long time. Some of them are painful, some of them not so much. And so in order for us to grow, we have to go through those challenges. And then growing through those challenges, this is how we learn. So that's why you need to forgive yourself, because we are not born with a manual as to how to do with this life thing. Nah, we're born and we just got to deal with it and learn as we grow. And as we grow, we learn. And when we learn, we do better. So therefore, forgive yourself. You did not know it before you learned it. And holding on to that is a great way for us to be able to reconcile with our past. You're going to have to confront your past sometimes. So sometimes some of us require closure in order to move on. Like, we are hurt by things that has happened to us. Maybe it's trauma from childhood. Maybe it's trauma from a past bad relationship. Maybe it's even the way that we were raised. We feel that we were not given the love that is mandatory from our parents, right? So a lot of times we have problems with this. And the only way we individually can feel better is by confronting our past. So it may take you confronting someone who's hurt you. It may take confronting a situation. It may take having to go and speak to people about what's happening with your life, how you're feeling, that sort of things. But whatever it's going to have to be, whoever it is that you're going to have to confront, whatever it is you're going to have to do, you're going to have to confront your past if you feel like you need closure in order for you to move on with your life, okay? And it may be necessary for you to move forward. Maybe you're going to be consistently stuck in the past because of the trauma that you've been through, and you're not going to be able to take a deep breath and be able to live in the now. So if you feel like such a person and you feel like that's going on with you, confront the past. And it's better to live with the fact that you knew you confronted the past and nothing came of it than for you to consistently live feeling regretful that you never confronting the people or the person that has hurt you. Understand, guys? You need to be honest, but be honest with yourself about what you genuinely and truly did. Okay. Sometimes when we tell a story about something that we were involved in, but somebody else was there, it's two different stories. Like two people, same place, same time, but two different stories. That's because someone is not being honest with themselves and others as to what truly happened at this event or incident. So in order for you to move on and heal and reconcile with your past, you're going to need to be honest with yourself and those around you as to what truly and genuinely happened. Who did you truly hurt? How did you hurt them? Who actually hurt you? And how did they hurt you? What really happened? And was it really as you said or not? Is it really as they said or not? But either way, whatever, you're going to have to be honest. And then in your honesty, we end up confronting ourselves. So sometimes we are the person we need to confront in order to reconcile with our past. And if that is you, then go ahead, boo, and do that today. Why? Because today is a now, and that's all we have. Today may be your only chance to make it right with yourself. You need to seek your healing, whatever that may mean for you. So maybe you need therapy, maybe you need to go talking to someone, maybe you need to actually move away from all these things and people and places that have hurt you. But you need to seek your healing, whatever that may mean. And you need to be unashamed about that and unapologetic about that. So if you need to go see a therapist, you go see it. If you want to speak to me about your past trauma and pains, then you know where to find me. You can find me on Twitter at Love Connect TV. You can find me on Instagram at The Love Connection Show. You can find me on Facebook at The Love Connection Show as well. And if you're watching on YouTube, then we are at The Love Connection with Taj B. Now for your partner, you guys, you need to stop worrying about your partner's past. It's painful for them and painful for you. And it's not fair to them because you wouldn't want them to be doing the same thing to you. You may not love some things that they have done, but you claim to love the person. So if you genuinely love the person, then you need to be able to get past the things that they did. And if you're unable to, then you don't love the person, and you need to just accept that. Don't get with people whose past disturbs you. If their past disturbs you, then you need to just leave them alone. Don't bother getting with them, none at all right? Practice mindfulness and become a non-judgmental observer of your thoughts. So what does that mean? I noticed there's a problem going on, and as an expert in the industry, typically when males come to me, they have an issue thinking about their current partner's exes, their ex-lovers. How do they stack up in bed compared to the men that their women were with? And this is like across the board, guys. Like a lot of guys are having issues with it. And the best way to deal with that is to practice mindfulness and become a non-judgmental observer. And what does that mean? Next time the thoughts come up in your head, oh my goodness, oh, I'm thinking about, my girl's ex again. I wonder why I'm doing that. Why am I having that feeling? What is that feeling about? What do I hope to accomplish by thinking about that? So that is what being a non-judgmental observer of your thoughts mean and what practicing mindfulness means, okay? Don't get caught up in the painful drama that you are creating. Don't get caught up in the painful drama that you are creating. So that is from you being able to practice mindfulness and be open about your thoughts. That helps you to not get caught up in the drama that you are creating because you are doing that to yourself, okay? put yourself in your partner's shoes. So maybe you didn't do what they did, maybe you didn't go where they went, but you got to put yourself in their shoes. You didn't live their life. You were not there. Maybe if you were in that same position, you may have ended up doing that too. So put yourself in your partner's shoes before you judge them, before you go around judging them based on all their activities. Remember, and at the end, guys, final. Remember that you, me, she, he, none of us are perfect. So that is a good way to reconcile with your partner's past, is to accept the fact that you and they are not perfect. So if you love them, you're going to have to accept that, and you're going to have to get past the things that they may have done. So that's that, guys. My tips, my hints, my ideas on how to get past your history, how to deal with it, how to accept it, and how to accept the past of your partner. Now, guys, it's time for our first segment, Match of the Week. And what is that? If you are looking for a husband or a wife, then I am the husband and wife plug. I have them here in my pocket. So you come and you watch every Friday, and I may feature your potential future boo. Ready, guys? So this one is for the ladies that love other ladies. She is a loving, kind stud lesbian based in Trinidad. So if you are a Trini high femme lesbian, or perhaps a Grenadian one, because Grenada and Trinidad are very close in proximity, it's not a hard switch over for you, then you come and write to me, and I will see if you are a match for her. So she's hardworking, she's honest, she's looking to start a family, she's looking for a wholesome woman, a girl's girl, somebody who wants to be safe, someone who is warm, someone who can take care of a home. So if that describes you, then you write to me, and I will see if you're a match for she. Ladies, get your pen, because you want a man? I got a man here. He's a 26-year-old Ghanaian male. He is a man's man, and he is looking for a white girl to put on his arm, and he wants one who is from North America. So if you are a snow honey in the north and you want your own, you want to import your husband from the motherland, then this man may be for you. So he values education. He's a man's man, like I said, so rough, gruff, construction working. He also loves music, and he is into different forms of entertainment. He's not a non-traditional male, so he's not looking for the 50s housewife, all right? So that's that, guys. Now it is time for the Dear Taj moment. What's that? You write to me with your love and relationship questions, and if I can help, I will try my best. And if you want me to answer on air, then you write answer on air when you send it in, and I will do just that. So here we go. Dear Taj, I constantly get put down by my girl, her family, and her family. I work hard. I do my part for the kids. I literally do everything she asks. I've done some hurtful things in the past. I was young and stupid, acting out from being a young dad. I've really changed, but they just won't let my past go. I'm constantly trying to prove myself, and it's been 4 years since. I don't know what to do. Sighing, Max. All right, Max, thanks so much for sending that in to us. Here's what you do, Max. You watch this episode with your love. So maybe she'll pick up on some things and stop judging you based on the things that you did. Because if she says that she's loved you, and if she forgave you, then all of her interactions with you moving forward need to reflect that. And if they do not, then she needs to accept that you may not be the guy for her. And you may need to accept that the hurt that you caused her, she's unable to get over it. And what you need to understand is, if you say you were acting out because you were acting out from being a young dad, I'm going to guess that maybe she was a young mom. And while you were acting out, she was the one having to deal with the family and the kids and all of that stuff. And her family would be the ones who saw her going through that. So in knowing this, they're going to be constantly judging you based on that past. And that's something you're just going to have to accept and deal with. So continue being the good guy, Max. Watch the episode with your lady. Put yourself in her shoes and accept responsibility for the things that you did in the way that you are doing now. Now it's time for the lover shout out, guys. You shout out your lover, and if you didn't shout them out on the Love Connection, then that love ain't real. Here we go. This is for Jeanette Morales from her boyfriend Christian. From Christian. You make everything about life better. I love being with you. Always love. Jeanette, give that boy something nice tonight. Here we go. This one is from Blacks with 2 Ks for Maisha. You're my wifey, and I ain't want no other girl. You're my world, and I'm do whatever it takes to be in yours forever. Aw, Maisha, we love that shout out. So, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Tune in next Friday to see what we got to say. If you have anything to say about the episode, put it in the comment section. If you like what I am wearing, then you need to go to Masego Boutique. That's Masego Boutique. And if you like this, then that's PRF Events. But before I go, let me leave you with Taj's thought of the day. Stop making excuses for your own inactivity. Toodles, guys. See you next week.